One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a Hoosiers. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Demon Deacons will put total leather and we'll get started. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense comes onto the field first today. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a beast, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
They're dealing with a second and long. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Got it behind the line. It's Burrow. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception.
Going the other way, and he's got room. Makes it past the marker. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back...
There he goes! Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Might be calling a hot route. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Demon Deacons come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Got a man, it's Figueroa. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Demon Deacons had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the play fake. Steps away to find some room. Snags it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. The Demon Deacons line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
And the Demon Deacons are in the hurry-up. Calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. The throw. Makes the catch. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Working the middle. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Takes the handoff. It's Figueroa. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the break, and it's Wake Forest holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Figueroa. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And the Demon Deacons have this offense rolling. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
From the gun, wants to pass. On target. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
He's now up to 58 yards on the ground so far, and he looks to be well on his way to a 1,500-yard season. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. Into the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Demon Deacons kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Dances away. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Demon Deeks. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Applewhite. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost them a big play on first down. So now it's second and long. Power football with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Burrow. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. And the Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. The give to the back. Fights off a defender. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently.
Oh, he's got some space. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, it's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking to pass. It's Applewhite. He'll get rid of it. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. Turns it on in midfield. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Using the quick game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Gets the back moving. He'll set up to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Bringing it out. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't, and they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. Receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And the Demon Deacons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
You got to give the defense a ton of credit there on 3rd down, able to force that incompletion on an absolute bomb. You can see why defensive coordinators get nervous facing this quarterback. He has tremendous arm talent. He threw that thing more than 60 yards in the air. But the defenders on the back end stayed in position, made sure there wasn't a catch. That was a fantastic play defensively.
The Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking for room. It's Burrow. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hoosiers will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
To the ground with the back. Turning it on. Picks up the first down. He now has 110 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. They'll go to the ground. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Demon Deacons pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Leaves it with the running back. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The quarterback using all of the receivers at his disposal. This time he found the fullback.
And it's nice to have a guy that can block and obviously have the versatility to also catch the football, so you can mix it up and keep that defense guessing.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Here comes the heat. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. The Demon Deacons come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Figueroa. Breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Demon Deacons started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wake! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Back to pass, it's Applewhite. Oh, they're after him! And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front.
He lets one fly deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Hoosiers will call on their punt team.
Number 15 in punt formation to kick it away.
Now on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Fouls through the defense.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Demon Deacons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the tailback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a hit. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Escapes trouble. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's going to run it. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Finds him out of the backfield. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the 1st down. The Demon Deacons are rolling down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another 1st down. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab along the sideline, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
So they got nothing on the last play. Here's 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking for a man. It's Applewhite. Makes the grab. Gets away from one. Finds some space. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. The Hoosiers in the hurry-up. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And they will score. Touchdown, Indiana. The AT unit on the field. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Takes it back to the 24-yard line, and this defense loves to feast on takeaways.
Let's go. Talk about having 1 foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Offense, quick tempo.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tack.
He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Wants to throw. It's Applewhite. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
I think at this point of the game, down 2 possessions, the passing game, you just have to be a little bit sharper. And they don't look like they're in rhythm. You saw it on that last 3rd down. I think you got to go now if you're on offense on 4th down. The sense of urgency is cranking up, but you need to be more precise.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He'll pull it. There he goes. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. He breaks a tackle. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. He's got a fresh set of downs.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. Touchdown, Wake! And they take it in for 6 more points. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. South Alabama went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Jaguars. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Back to throw, it's Applewhite. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. To the air on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads it downfield. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Indiana, 14.
Coming out with it, it's Turner. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. back in motion, try to clear the picture. Scanning the field, it's Applewhite. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. He went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Catch in the middle. It's Harmon. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you've got to give this defense credit too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the fourth.
Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Got a little space. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Back to pass. On the run, fires downfield. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Hoosiers! At this point, the way things have gone in this one, they're probably not surprised. You make a play and they wipe it out on the penalty. One more play to pad the stats. To throw, it's Applewhite. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap